Switches. Last lesson you learned how to write one of the paragraphs of an essay. So it's the same structure that will go from paragraph 2, 3 and 4 of your 5-paragraph essay. So we talked about how it needed to have a topic sentence which basically addresses the question. So whatever you're looking at, my one is on contrast. And also introduces the buzzword. What am I looking at? So, for example, I think last one was I was looking at contrast and also looking at contrast in the tone of the poem. Then I asked you to my text messages put me off. Does that ever happen to you? So we've got a topic sentence and then we've got a point. The point is you addressing the question, you actually saying, where is the contrast? What am I talking about? So I said last lesson that there was a contrast between the way that Rose is spoken to like she's a child, oh Rose, and yet the really adult stuff that's been said about Rose, about the rape, about the revolution, the invisible worm. So there's a contrast between the language and the very adult ideas. That was my point. Okay, so that should be answering the question, making it really clear. Then there's the setup quote. That adds clarity, so that's where you explain exactly where you're going from in the poem. So easy to do in the 6 rows. You just give me a line about what's happening, almost like a plot line. Like if you were to explain to a friend what was that film you went to see in the cinema about, you'd come up with a one-liner. It's the same there, but the plot. So the plot. Then you go for the quote. Okay. Then you analyze the quote. So even though there might be a really obvious contrast, for example, in my essays about contrast, I am going to make it very clear where it is in the quote. Okay, don't assume the marker is going to say, oh yeah, I can see it. You have to tell me where it is. Then you, after that analysis, we go on and talk about the social warning a little bit. I like to call it the bigger picture. So what was Blake trying to say to society? So almost like forget the poem for a moment. What was the message he was desperate to deliver to his contemporaries? Okay. So today we're going to be talking, moving on from that, we're going to be talking about paragraph 3. Only difference between paragraph 2 and paragraph 3, get it in camera shot, but is the topic sentences. Paragraph 2 will have a really simple topic sentence where all it does is introduce the first idea on contrast, because that's what I'm doing. Paragraph 3 does something slightly more complicated, and it does this. So imagine my sentence, there should be one word that links backwards and one word that introduces a new idea. Okay, so what I like to think of it as, imagine I have deliberately taken a break when I'm marking your essay. I've marked intro in paragraph 2, and I've gone to make a cup of tea, and I come back after break, and I sit down with your essay. I should be able to read your topic sentence for paragraph 3, and it should summarize your previous idea and go on to introduce your next idea. So with this contrast essay that I'm doing, if you remember, I said something about tone. And then next I'm going to look at, hang on, what did I say I was going to look at? Next, I'm going to be looking at an oxymoron. So it should say that. It should mention, look, I've already looked at tone, but now I'm going to look at an oxymoron. But obviously, do it in a more flashy, more articulate way than what I've just said. Okay? That's all it does. It makes it super easy for the marker to summarize what you did before and push on to what you did next. Okay? In a similar way, the next paragraph, paragraph 4, so I've got paragraph 2 I've already done, paragraph 3 I'm looking at an oxymoron, paragraph 4 I'm going to be looking at rhyme. Paragraph 4 should have the biggest topic sentence because you're summarising what happened in paragraph 2 and paragraph 3 before launching to paragraph 4. Okay, the new idea in paragraph 4. What is the point of this, you might ask? Why would I have to recap on an idea I've already spent time explaining? Isn't that a waste of time? Well, no, it gives your argument a sense of drive, a sense of pushing forward, and it's kind of like persuasively reminding the marker, I've already done this and this, and now here's my big final, idea in paragraph 4. It gives that sense of momentum to your argument. So the focus of today's lesson is writing the second topic sentence, which will be paragraph 3. It's the second analytical paragraph. So you've got your intro, you've got paragraph 2, you've got a very simple topic sentence there. And now today we're thinking about paragraph 3, which has that paragraph that does that. And then, so that's your first task, writing that. And your second task will be to write the rest of paragraph 3. Okay, thank you for listening to me. I hope you can try this with some success. It is tricky, but as you know, you are confident in every time something seems hard, you know that you're actually learning. So, be kind to yourself. Hope you have a great weekend.